Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be unboxing Darksiders, the Forbidden Land board game. So this comes with the Nephilim edition of Darksiders Genesis, guys. If you weren't aware, the collector's edition that was released. I have actually unboxed that, and I'm only just getting around to unboxing this board game for you guys. So this is kind of like a part two. So if you do want to check out the rest of the collector's edition, feel free to check that one out on the channel, guys. So here you are, I've got the plastic off. We'll show you the box. We'll pull everything out, guys, and we'll take a closer look. So do let us know down in the comments what you think. If you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel. So got logos around the sides, big logo on the front, and then on the back it's showing us some contents that we're going to see inside. So it looks pretty cool looking at the contents on the back. Okay, so straight up, guys, we've got some tiles, which are cardboard pop-outs. Another sheet. So you've got, they're numbered. So you've got front side F to E1, front side F to F1, and then you've got back side B to F1. Not too sure how to tell the difference once you've popped them out, but hopefully not too difficult to work out. So some more items, guys, to pop out. And again, so what we'll do, guys, is we'll show you all the contents, and then I'll pull everything. I'll read the instructions, and then in the outro, guys, we'll run through how it all plays and goes together. There's quite an extensive rule book here, so probably going to take me a little while to get my head around it, and hopefully it all makes sense once I describe it to you in the outro. So we've got a quick start guide here, quick rules, one player phase, creature phase, okay, player phase, creature phase. So these are different player cards there. Got our set of dice, quite a few dice here. So you've got 5 red 6-sided dice, and you've got some special themed dice here with Roman numerals on them, 1 and 2 on that one, 1 and 2 on that one, and a tick and a cross on that one. Okay, next up we've got some playing cards. Okay, so playing cards, they're all the same. So these say event on them. So an event card of some sort. Again, we'll talk about that all in the outro. It's pretty cool. They've given us some bags, I think, to store everything in. So that's nice of them. Well, I've never had that before in a board game. I've unboxed quite a few board games. If board games are your thing, guys, feel free to check out other board games on the channel, and I've got plenty more on the way. So we've got some little colored cubes here. We've got a yellow one, blue one, and a green one. Okay, there is a bunch of cards, guys. So there's 2 of each, plus another one. These are event cards as well, but in a blue color. So from reading that first sheet, it was there's a player phase and a creature phase. So I'm guessing the players and creatures have their own event cards, but can only speculate at this stage. So these will most likely be the characters you can play as. So Strife, nothing on the back. Very nicely detailed, guys. War, put a lot of effort into this. We've got Death and Fury. So then they've got their own cards, guys. So they're all ability cards. We'll get the plastic off. So you can see the front of that one better, and then on the back there it says ability on the corner. We'll just get rid of the plastic on both sets, and then that way I can put them into their new sleeves that they've generously provided for us. So definitely a lot of detail put into this board game, guys. Quite impressive. The next part of the contents is got the front and rear of that one is very looking very nice, guys. They got small little figurines, and there's quite a few of them. They're all hand painted, so looking good. Again, same thing. So that's the Death and Fury cards. So these are just the character ability cards that you'll collect at some stage, probably every turn. Just okay, next set of cards. Proving quite tricky to open. Alright, so we've got our next set of ability cards for the next character, guys, and then final character. Okay, is War, again, abilities on the back, and second set of cards. I'm not too sure why they didn't just bundle them in one packet, assuming to just keep the height down. Okay, final set there. So we have our first character. We've got some tape on it, so be aware of that, guys. We'll just trim the tape. And quite a large character, probably a boss, guys. Like I said, very nicely detailed. Impressed with the quality that has gone into this, guys. There are 2 layers of smaller and medium-sized figures. There's probably more tape around this. I'll just double check. Yep. So there's a piece of tape there. So there's tape at the front and back. Okay, so we've got, it's probably a creature. There, we've got 6 of those ones. We have, they're slightly different, so you got 10 of each. So it's kind of like a male zombie and a female looking zombie there, 10 of each. Then we got 3, 6, 9, 12 of these green looking creatures. They probably all got a name, guys, but I unfortunately didn't know the names of all the individual creatures off the top of my head. Okay. Last tray, guys. Okay, so we've got our characters here. Or the players would choose. So again, very nicely detailed. Then we've got some, maybe some mini bosses. Very cool. Two of those ones. We've got 2 of these ones. It's like a trio. Just the one of this lizard looking character. And we have, I think they're all the same. So we got 4, 8, 12 of these blue metal looking characters. All right, well that's all the figurine pieces that we're going to be playing with during the game. Okay, well that's everything included in the box, guys. Like I said, everything's nicely detailed, very highly detailed. Definitely put an effort into every single piece of this board game, so it's quite impressive, especially the figurines. This one here in particular is packing some weight, so it's definitely well built, and the smaller ones there definitely feel well built as well. Okay guys, so like I said, stick around for the outro. I'll take a look at the rule books and I'll try and explain how it all plays as best as I can. Hopefully it makes some sort of sense. So like I said earlier, do let us know down in the comments what you think, and if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel. But for now, we're going to conclude this part of the video. Welcome back, guys. So how to read, there's a lot involved with this game, guys, so hopefully I can touch on a little bit of everything and it makes a little bit of sense. So basically, guys, there's another booklet that's included. It's called the campaign booklet. Basically, you're going to need this as well. It wasn't included in the board game, it was included in the actual collector's edition box for the game, so I'm not too sure why they did that. So just make sure if you are purchasing this board game separately, you have this book. Otherwise you're going to find it very difficult to play, because this shows you the layouts of the levels. There's quite a lot of levels to create, guys, and complete. You actually have 7 chapters, and each chapter has either 1 level, 2 levels, or 3 levels that you have to complete and then move on to the next stage. So quite a lengthy game if you want to see it out from the start to finish. I've just gone with level 1, guys, chapter 1, just to keep it plain and simple, but just keep in mind, guys, that you do require that book, because I was stumped for a little bit when I was trying to work out how to find the campaign booklet with all the stages. Alright, guys, so basically you got your human controlled characters here. This particular board has a start and a graveyard where the zombies are spawned. There's only zombie enemies on this one, being nice, easy and simple. You've got 3 sets of dice, guys. So you've got combat dice, you've got spawn dice, and you've got fate dice there to use. You've got on your character sheets, you've got your armor and your weaponry. You still start off with basic armor and weaponry, and then as you play, you've got your cards here that you can upgrade and purchase more armor and weapons to obviously higher defense and higher attack. And you require the blue icon there. So you've got HP, you've got wrath, and you've got energy. So you want to accumulate energy as you play, and then you use the energy to purchase your upgraded weaponry and armors. You can also get shoulders and foot armor as well, and hands and arms and stuff like that. So there you are, guys, that's that. You've also got the ability cards for each character. So you want to create a deck. There are preset decks in the rule booklet at the back that you can select from. So they recommend that unless you want to be advanced, and you can make your own deck. You just need to make sure you have a total number of 220 points per deck if you want to do that. So once it's all set up, guys, you start with 3 HP, 3 RAF, and 0 energy at the start of every game. Then you've got your event cards, which are the enemy cards. So for this particular one, the enemies come in 3 levels, 1, 2, or 3. And it tells you which level of enemy and which enemies are required for that stage in the campaign booklet. So for this particular one, there's just level 1 zombies. So it's pretty quick and simple, I suppose. You've also got the zombie card here, which is the attacking card, and then that reverses when they hit frenzy mode, which is via an event. You can flip it over and it just gives them higher stats, so stronger, faster, higher defense sort of thing. Okay, so what you want to do, guys, is once it's all set up at the start of the game, basically, depending on how many human control players you have, it depends on how difficult the game is. So say you've got 1 player, at the start, before you start playing, you turn over an event card, and that'll tell you to that the zombie rises from the grave, right? So it's just 1v1 almost. But then if you've got 4 players, you've got to turn 4 event cards over, and then you've got then you start getting 3 zombies and other additions that need to be dealt with. So it's pretty cool that they've done it like that. So obviously, the more players you got, doesn't mean it's easier. It means it's more challenging, I guess, or it's evenly matched. So that's pretty cool. Next up, guys, we've got the phases, I guess, for the players, and then the creatures. So the player phase. So for any the creatures, enemies, whatever you want to call them, they call them creatures. So you've got the creature phase or the player phase. At the start of any of those phases, you remove the temporary effects that were from the last round. So that's what you do. For the human control players, you want to you draw up ability cards. So you get 5 ability cards drawn up, and then you follow out the what they tell you to do. All the human players play simultaneously, so you don't have to take turns. You just start playing and you get into the game. So you follow the cards, they tell you what to do, and you do that. Then you've got, obviously, once you've so once you get your 5 cards, you play out the cards, and then you so once that's done, you can follow what they do, and then basically it ends the player phase. And once you get to the once everyone agrees that their turn is over, then you move to the creature phase. So you can take turns in controlling the creatures, guys, or you can just nominate one guy to control the creatures for the time frame of the actual level, stage, or game that you want to play. So the creature phase. So you basically got to work out your the power points and power level of the creatures for this particular stage, and that's determined on how many players you have again. So if you only have 1, they're not as strong. If you have more, they're stronger. So you got to work that out first, and then you remove any. So like I said, if this is turned over on a frenzy, then that gets turned back to normal mode, and then once that's done, you pull up the event cards, and again determines how many players you have. Depends on how many event cards are turned up, and then obviously you follow out those events. You can damage or obviously battle each other. You have to be on adjacent tiles, and then that's from rolling the dice and battling it out. So there you are, guys. Once that's all done, the creatures have had their turn. Then it obviously goes back to player phase and then creature phase, and until the for this particular one, I'm pretty sure you just got to destroy the gravestone, which is getting a certain number to destroy it. I think it was 2 or 3 or something like that. but you got to destroy all the zombies and then destroy the gravestone. Then you can move on to stage 2 for this particular chapter. Okay, guys. Well, hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. There's a lot to definitely take in. It'll take a little bit of practice, and it's definitely not probably one of the hardest games that I've unboxed and tried to work out how to play. Guys, it's pretty cool. It's in depth. They've definitely put a lot of effort into it. So it's pretty keen to give it a crack with a couple of mates at some stage. See how we go. Maybe can live stream it or something like that. But there you are, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel before you leave. Hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike. Once we get to the next milestone, we're doing the next giveaway. So do subscribe, it's running for that. And we'll catch you next time.